Well, there's the design, and I just want to quickly go over what it is that we have looked at in this design. We looked at the 3 options for use in the Satin column tool, which is also available to us in the Fill column tool. And that was the A, B and the C. And we also looked at strips. I know it was only a quick look, but I'm hoping it was enough to make you think, oh, well, maybe I can use strips in something. And also knowing how the three different versions of the tool work. If you're going to do something which requires a long satin line, but it needs to be the same distance the whole way, you use the C, and then you can quickly change it to an A just to edit the end nodes. The B, which is my preferred method of use, which is where you zigzag either side with your mouse, that is, and that automatically lays your segment ends in for you. And the A, which will allow you to do one side. It's telling me my mouse has got a critical battery. Just a moment. Oh goodness. I'm trying to get the charger end into the mouse. This fiddly little thing. There it goes. Okay. I shouldn't get another one of it. This is me. As I lose the picture for a split second. Okay. Where had I got to? Oh yeah, it allowed me to lay in one side first, and then go in and lay in the second side, and then make my end of segments. Now you must make end of segments if you use the A option. It tells the program where you want your stitching direction to change. We also looked at laying a wobbly line and then going into nodes and saying complete second side. That's handy if you're doing something which is like a frame and you want to make certain that both sides are going to echo exactly what you want, because it creates the second side to match the first side perfectly. We looked at envelope, which is not feathering, it's the pattern of stitching commands that get sent to the machine. You will do a long stitch, you will do a short stitch, you will do a long stitch, you will do a short stitch. We didn't really look at the patterns that can be created using the Satin column, so let me just find the green, the dark green, there we go. Highlight that, come down into parts, there we go, that one. I'm going to go into parameters, and put one with a single node in, and tell that apply. And there you've got a ribbed effect. Now I would love these options in my other software. I have asked several times. I'm still waiting. but you get a ribby effect. So, but I don't really want that. So I'm just going to go back and put the standard one in. Apply, generate. But play with all the options that you have in here. You do get some good effects. Okay. For the flower, we used the Create Auto Circle. It's like a kaleidoscope. Very simple, but you have to arrange whatever it is you want to do around, and I have to go into normal for this and blow this up. Too much. Around your central point here, because the program takes its measurements from where the horizontal and the vertical marks are. Point 0. Okay? Point 0 on here and point 0 on here, and where they intersect, that's where it takes its measurements from. So I moved mine up 3 millimeters, and then I asked it to make a circle. And it's at the bottom of transform. You've got corner and auto repeat. Okay. We looked at scale, because I had to rescale the motifs because it's only a small shape. And it shortens the stitch lengths. Shift, if you remember, actually does shift the second row either to the left or to the right of motifs, but it won't bring them together. So if you had a row of stars and then you have a second row of stars and a third row of stars, no matter how much you shift them, you will not get them to interlink coming down through your shape. They will be offset as they stitch, but you will have the empty spaces between each row. Okay, so you have to choose a motif where it shows a solid block. We looked at making a candle wick smaller by changing its maximum and minimum sizes and its width in the parameters. So let's just click on him, and I need to come into this one, tell it parameters. Width is 4 millimeters. The original width was 12. Or sorry, 6. And the maximum and minimum stitches were 12. So it doesn't tell that okay. Now we're going to rescale, and before we rescale, I'm going to take a quick couple of measurements. I'm going to measure from this edge to this edge. That tells me it's 8.71 millimeters. That's a bit wide for my machine. My machine's comfort zone is 5 to 7 millimeters. It will do this, but it won't be comfortable. I'm going to move that one down onto there, and I'm going to swing this one down onto here. That's 7.13. Actually, that's the angle of the stitch. 7. My machine can cope with that easily. So I'm going to tell that stop, cancel. And now we're going to do a rescale, because I want you to see what happens when you rescale. And I'm going to drop this. Okay. There's our whole design. It's not a very big design. I'm going to tell that save. Okay. That's safe. I've saved that as Tyrrell Tulip. I'm going to highlight that one, hold down Shift, come down to this one, tell that all Group 2. And I'm going to do the rescale in the next video.